Testing, testing. Okay. Joy, could you please tell me your name and where you live? Here, let me.
Okay. All right. My name is Joy Murr, and I live in La Plata, Missouri. Well, actually 6.5 miles east of La Plata, in Macon County. And I live a half a mile from the Newport Farms LLC, which is a concentrated animal feeding operation. And my husband and I have lived at this residence since 1997, which was in the summer of 2005. They started building an operation for an 8,500 sow pig CAFO. And I have been keeping calendars since January of 2006, the days that we have strong odor. And usually it's about 100 days or a little more than that each year that we experience an odor. It is something that once you smell it, you'll never forget it. Normally when the spring comes and most people have their windows open for the fresh air and they can listen to the birds, we will raise our windows, and then shortly after, if the wind changes, we immediately have to run through the house and shut the windows because of the intense odor from this facility. It's when the wind blows from the northwest or comes from the southeast that we experience this. So in the summertime, it generally blows from that direction, and we have to schedule our outdoor activities according. And sometimes it blows in and then the wind will change and then you have to run. And there's been times when we've come home with our groceries and we had to unload our van and run into the house because it stunk so bad. And if you have to work out in this stench, that sometimes the next day you have sore throat, respiratory problems, and it's from the pollutants in the air. Some of the owners are veterinarians that live in Illinois. And then there was an owner that lived in Shelby County, so they don't even have to live by this facility. They put it in an area where they don't have to deal with it every day like we do, and they just don't realize, there is things that they can do to, prevent. If they would just control the air, and I know that they can. I mean, I know that, and it's expensive, but I know that they make good money, and if, you need to be a good neighbor. In the fall and the spring, they take this manure and then they spread it on the fields around us. And what happens is they have terraced the land across the road from us, and when it rains, this manure that has been knifed into the ground, the water from the rain will run down into the ditch, under the road, and over on our property. And where we used to be able to drive, you cannot drive anymore because it's so wet. We started an organization in our area. It's CAPE, Citizens Against a Polluted Environment, and we've been very active in going to different counties, trying to educate the people what they need. And shortly after we found out that this was going in, we got a health ordinance in our Macon County, and the commissioners worked with us, and we have some guidelines that they have to go by to run these operations. And according to the laws that they're trying to pass now, they're trying to take, if these new laws that they want to pass, they could take our health ordinances away. And that's going to affect everybody in the counties. And we go to Jefferson City, down here to the Capitol, we try to come as often as we can, but we don't have any extra funds like Farm Bureau and the lobbyists and stuff like that. We just have to use our own money to come down here. When this first happened, we were contacted by a lawyer, and in the past I've heard that it's best to, keep, records of how often you have to smell this. And so we have thought about it, but to this point we haven't done anything like that yet. hopefully we won't have to, but you know, if it gets worse, we may have to. When they first started knifing it in, there was some DNR regulations that they weren't abiding to, so I called the DNR, and I will have to give them credit, that time they did appear on that very same day.
The DNR did?
Yes, they did, and they answered, but they said that they had some stuff that they needed to check out, and they did check them out and said that they were going to straighten things out, and they have done better, but still, you know, you still have to smell this.